Hey guys, how's it going? It's Superior. With Eternal Return's full release right around the corner, I thought it'd be a good idea to give you guys analysis on one of our games as Team No Flame, which consists of me, Frankiedoodle, and Anot. I will leave a link to my teammates' channels in the description below. If you guys don't know who we were the best team in North America during early access, as we won the last two big circuits in NA, and we also won one in South America as well. And we ended rank 1 on the ranked ladder this season. But yeah, I know the game's changing a lot, and mostly everything's getting a complete revamp. But hopefully, you guys learned something that you guys can take with you during the full game's release. And without further ado, we're going to get into the game here. This was a ranked game we played on Saturday, which was the last day for ranked squads to pop. So for our build, we're gonna do our usual solos route, which also works in squads because I think we do end up meeting up in Temple. So it's Uptown, Hospital, Factory, Pawn, Temple. And then we're going to meet our teammates up in Temple so we can contest for that Temple tree as our first objective. And yeah, I'm going to be skipping through the routing phase here. If you guys do want some tips on routing, I do have some in the solos video that I did. The solos analysis. I do show how I route and I do give my thoughts about it. There are like a couple things that's that a new player could probably do that, you know, older players like already know about, like crafting once your movement ability is down. But I do go more in depth on it in that video, so make sure you guys go check that out if you guys are a newer player and are trying to learn. But yeah, we're gonna meet up Anot here early in Temple, and he's actually gonna grab me a rusty sword here. So in squads, you can kind of have a more flexible route, just if your teammate can kind of make up for it. So we're gonna let him, yeah, he's gonna drop me a rusty sword here, so I go my Gojin without having to spend any credits, which is big because obviously, you know, if you have those extra credits in the late game, you could call in some more transitions. But yeah, with this build, I'm gonna go a motorcycle helmet, and the reason why I want to run motorcycle helmet is because I do want to end up using the totem. So totem is an item that gives you stasis in the current version of the game, but obviously, you know, when the game does fully release, it's, you know, accessories are going to be gone, and they're gonna move stasis onto tactical skills. And stasis is a really powerful ability that lets you block a lot of damage, and it makes it so your teammates can kind of follow up when you are like low. But yeah, we actually end up getting the Tree of Life from Temple, and we get the meteor from Pawn. So usually we send someone out to scout a second objective if the Temple tree is free, if the objective is nearby, right? So if a meteor dropped in Pawn or Avenue, we would have someone just walk down to see, you know, if it's contested or not. And it looks like we do get it for free here, so we're gonna be looking to go our Evening Star. We're just gonna grab our Runestone here, and then we're just gonna look for a short rod. So yeah, we're kind of set up here, right? We got 2 early transitions kind of over the rest of the lobby. Most of the lobby will probably just have 1 transition or 0, so having those extra transitions will definitely make it so we are a lot stronger. We have an advantage over our enemies. But yeah, I see the Stell here farming the bears, and we just end up hitting everything except for the last E here, so kind of threw that a little far. But Frankie does TP in, and he's just able to run down the Stell here because he has his bike. Yeah, he just W's him, or W's her, stuns, and goes down. And now we're going to be looking to contest our next objective. That's happening in 50 seconds, which is the second battle zone, or first battle zone, sorry. We're going to be contesting Temple battle zone because we're kind of already set up there. Like, we have vision. We got the farm. We're kind of already like stocked up there, so I'm gonna TP over. So yeah, we end up TPing to Temple here. We're gonna grab the farm, any farm on our way to get a credit game up, and we do end up hearing a TP under us, so we do know there's a team here, and the other 2 teammates do TP in as well, so they all TP in together. You always want to make sure you TP with your team when you are TPing into a zone, so you want to have your tankiest player TP in first, and then your 2 like the other 2 players can TP to your teammate after at the top right of the teleporter menu. So Make sure you're TPing to your teammates and not to the zone, because if you do get split off, you could get picked off really easily. So yeah, the team fight does start here because we do want to try to probably fight them before the battle zone starts, so we could have an easier time in the battle zone. Maybe like one less team. So the Luke ends up hitting Q on Frankiedoodle. Frankiedoodle does throw E out a little too early, so Luke's able to dive in, and it looks like 99 also, so the Lien also goes into the back line. While I'm basically kind of zoning out the toss it here, but it does look like Anot is really far up. I think it does end up getting pulled back as well. But we do end up hitting Chain CCing the Lien, so the Lien did not get her ultimate off, which is really big. Lien is usually a problem if she can get her ult, and because she does like heal up quite a bit. But if you can CC lock her like this, she's very, very vulnerable to getting like one shot. So we do end up killing the Lien here, which means, you know, the team fight is won, because it's really hard to win a 2v3 in this game. So especially since we were like already at full HP as well, right? So we already had like a big HP pool. So we end up killing the Lien to finish the battle zone. We end up calling in our Mithril. I think Frankie is going to be going the anti-heal amp shoes transition, because our team does lack a lot of anti-heal. So having it on Silvia, which, you know, uses poke a lot, is kind of nice for our team. And we end up actually tipping down to Doc. And the reason why we TP to Doc is because we know Alpha spawned here, and we know Alpha just got killed. So we came down quick, so to see if we could try to contest, to see if we could sneak another Mithril, get the Mithril from Alpha here that this team killed. And it looks like I'm gonna be wrapping around from the bottom side here while my two teammates are up, because we do know that the team is down deep into Doc because Alpha spawns down here, right? In the lower half of Doc. So kind of corner them here. The Luke does go in. The Echion kind of just missed D skill and W. So we just walk at the two in the back here, and we end up getting actually feared out of our E, but I think we do end up kind of turning the fight here just because we have so much AoE and they stack up. So we had double Q here. Frankie also gets a double knock up as well, and yeah, we actually kind of turned a 2v3 there. So I mean, playing 2v3 is possible, right? But it definitely is a lot harder because you are down a member, and then if there are 3 players as well and they're all eating food, you have 3 people taking up HP bars, while, you know, on, you know, the player or the side that has 2 players are only taking up 2 HP bars. So it's still possible, but it is a lot harder, especially in like higher elo if you are playing into a 2v3. So yeah, we end up finishing the Luke and the Barbara. I think they had a decent amount of transitions too. So yeah, we get the racing helmet. I think he does end up dropping me the racing helmet, and then we also get the Scotties as well. So we are pretty well off here. We probably have about like 5-6 transitions like 7 minutes into the game, which is really, really nice. So we are pretty set up to win this game here already. I put on the racing helmet because it is just a direct upgrade for Motor Helm. We're gonna look for the farm here, and then we're gonna go look to contest our next objective. I think we're gonna look for a meteorite, just because our build kind of requires 2 meteors. One for me for my Evening Star, and one for Frankiedoodle for his Devil's Marksman. Weapon upgrades are pretty nice for us. They give a decent amount of damage. So we're here for Hotel. We're here for the meteorites. And yeah, I think at this point into the game as well, since we are about 2... we're gonna be hitting the night 2 cycle, so I'm kind of looking to get my totem online, because I do want that stasis. That stasis is really, really big, especially, you know, like the later into the game we go, the more stasis is kind of needed, especially once it gets to day 3 as well, where permadets are active. So yeah, we're gonna call in our Mithril here. Gonna look for my iron ore in these boxes. We're gonna get our totem online. I think I do end up finding it in this box. Oh, this one. Oh, nope. There we go. Okay. Gonna build our totem. And now we do see Tree of Life still up in forest, so we're gonna walk down. I think we definitely think we have we were like the strongest in lobby because, you know, of our like transition lead and like how many times we killed, how many players we've killed. But it looks like Anot actually goes down to Dezu here, but we just end up finishing him. Barbara is a monster in 1v1, so, and then I think Anot just kind of ate like the whole RW, so he just died. But we ended up killing the Barbara here. I think the Barbara also had Scotties, so we got another Scotties that I think we just probably just dismantle. But yeah, there's a minute left into day 2, night 2. So Omega is revealed, and we're just gonna make our way over. We'll go down to this up down TP, and we're gonna TP over to pond. You probably wanted to TP to objectives like earlier, just so you could have vision over the zone. So we get the middle spawn here in pond. We're gonna walk down and grab the vision. Vision is really, really important into the game, in this game as well. You know, do not underestimate or not undervalue vision. Like it's as important like in this game as any other MOBA. So we're gonna get the console here, so we have vision of the zone. So if another team shows up, we could fight them because we know no other team will come. But if another team does come, you know, we'll have vision of them and we will probably not take the fight. But yeah, I'm going to be looking for trap materials here as well. I already have an axe and a snare in my inventory. Just looking for that bamboo so we could go some guillotines. Traps are really important for the final zone as well. But I think during this day when we were playing ranked, I don't think it was really necessary because the teams are dying really fast. Like we usually never got the final zone. And that's usually the case in ranked, you know? Like it usually never comes down to final zone. So we have that force core. We're gonna look for a timepiece upgrade, and yeah, I think we're just gonna be looking to just run down some teams here. We do see some pings in hospital as well. And at this point into the game, it is day 3. I think the spectator is bugged, but it is day 3 morning. So we do know that teams at this point have to be grouped up. So just because we only see 99 here, we definitely don't jump at him because we know that his other 2 teammates are nearby. Just because, you know, after day 3, if you die, you know, you perma die, so you can't really be risky and you can't really split farm. So we definitely know that there are 2 teammates nearby, which is why we don't take the initial engage onto 99. And yeah, we kind of just back off here. It is a Lian, so I kind of make the call here to just, you know, kind of wait out his bar, because Lian obviously isn't really a character or is really, really weak in her base form. And she thrives off staying in combat to keep her ghost form up, right? So we just walk off here, make sure we're not in range of the Q and W. And yeah, the bar will fully deplete here. And then the Tazia does go in while the Lian is untransforming. So we just jump at the Tazia here and she just insta explodes. And we just look to run down to the other team as well. I think yeah, so the Luke goes on to Frankie and Anot. It's a 2v1 while I'm fighting 99 up here. I do hit the stun on him. I do go in. And I think I do actually end up CCing him here, so he actually does not get the ult off. And yeah, the team 3 gets wiped. We get the red shoes. I think I give that to Anot. And we're chilling. On a bamboo so I could finish these traps because they kind of take up a lot of my inventory. I'm looking for glue here as well so I can get my timepiece up. I think I do end up finding the glue there. I just TP over to my teammates because, you know, it is faster than just walking down. And yeah, we have Frankiedoodle call in a force core. And we're just gonna walk up for Wick Line. So Wick Line is probably the most important objective, obviously, because, you know, it is Wick Line. It's basically like Baron in League. Like, if you get it, especially in like a game mode like squads, you kind of just win the game. Because you have 3 people applying the wick buff, which is kind of insane, right? Instead of just in solos, where it's just like 1 person applying it. You have 3 people applying wick. We just walk up. So we take the bottom half here in or the pond zone, right? Like we take console here. And that's also another thing you could do if Wix does spawn an avenue is you just take pond console and you pull it down into pond instead of taking like avenue console. Just because you know, if since we have pond console, we'll know if anyone is coming from behind us. So that's what we do. We're gonna pull the wick a little bit downwards into pond, and we're just gonna burst it down here. I don't think anyone really contests us, so we get wick line for free. And I think Frankiedoodle does end up using the blood in this game. Usually I'm the one that uses it. I go like Queen of Hearts, but you can let Frankiedoodle take it this time. Because I think he's having like a pop-off game. We usually just give transitions to like whoever's doing the best. And we are going to go over and grab the meteorite here. I don't think any team came to grab this one just because they probably thought, you know, it is wick line. They didn't want to be around wick team when they end up doing it. So you end up getting a 4th meteorite basically. So our team only really uses 2 meteorites for, you know, obviously me and Frankie's weapon. So having like 2 extra, we kind of don't really know what to do with it. I think we end up going a Kandala and we end up going a Cabana. So I think Anot does end up getting a commander's armor. So we could just straight up upgrade into the Cabana here. And Kandala as well. Kandala is not really... I think it has cleanse on this patch. It's a good transition. Cleanse is pretty good in team modes, but a lot of people just don't know how to use cleanse. I think Frankie does end up using it once this game in like a decent manner. So we're gonna get the moonstone up for Frankie, and then he's just gonna call on his gold for the cleanse. Yeah, I call on the gemstones for him. I drop it for him. He's gonna craft his Kandala, and yeah, now we're just gonna look for, you know, any teams, any stragglers. Try to fight anyone here because, you know, we are really strong. I think we do end up seeing yeah, the weapon craft, and we do end up seeing them on console on day scan. So we do kind of end up just writing this team down. Since we are so strong, I just decided to Q ER E in, and you're gonna notice I actually totem here because I did see the amp drone on the Barbara, so I know the Barbara pressed R, and we actually block a lot of damage here. We blocked the here, I'll go back so you guys can see. But this is why totem is a really good tool for squads. So we're gonna walk up again. So we're gonna block the Barber R, the Luke Q in, and then also the totem lasts long enough so we block the Echion R damage, and yeah, my team just runs over them. So there we go, Frankiedoodle does hit the cleanse on the Echion Fear. And yeah, we just take the Barber kill. So now they are a 2-man, and we just basically secured ourselves the win here, since, you know, there's no other full team that's alive. So doing up deep into Avenue because we did see them walk down over there. Maybe we could catch them on the chase. It looks like Anot is going in, but they just go through, they just tank through red timer, so can't really get them. I think Frankiedoodle does go in and deep into red to try to look for them. Does end up finding them, so I do end up going back and I TP up into alley so we could try to get them, because we're just hunting for kills now, right? There's like nothing else we could do in the game. So I TP, I get a good spawn. I know they saw my ping, so they're probably gonna be walking down, so I called, you know, maybe we could kind of sandwich them here, the classic. So I walk back down, and we have Frankiedoodle on coming from behind, you know, in the alley corner. And I think we just end up killing both of them here. Echion presses R. We go on the Luke here. The Luke does kind of juke me with the Luke E on my E. And yeah, Frankiedoodle just bikes in onto him and he just goes down. And now the rest of the game, we're just looking for the last team. So I'm just gonna quickly scroll through here. We do open a gold box and we do end up seeing the solo being chased by the duo. I end up actually hitting both of these players with my RQ like damage and kind of just killed the Yuki here, and then we just go on Estelle as well. So very unfortunate for the duo. They kind of run into us. The duo goes down first before the solo, and the duo yeah, is always just waiting for us to kill him, to put him down. And yeah, that's the game. If you guys liked the video, please let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and join my Discord if you guys want to get notified on when I go live. And follow me on Twitch too. You know, this game was taken from one of my VODs. Or actually, no, it was a replay. But I did stream this game, you know, so you could have like the voice comms if you guys wanna hear us, you know, talk and how we actually play the games. And like what's actually going on and like how we're communicating with each other. Make sure you guys go come over to my Twitch. I will drop my links in the description, okay? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. And until next time, guys, peace. See you. Bye-bye.